the 1952D Lincoln Wheat Penny. At first glance, it's just another old penny, but beneath its copper surface lies a story of rarity, craftsmanship, and the kind of secrets that can turn a 1-cent coin into a $1,900 masterpiece. So, grab your magnifying glass, settle in, and let's uncover why this humble piece of history might be the most exciting find in your collection. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, with its iconic stalks of wheat framing the reverse, is a staple of American numismatics. First minted in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the Wheat Penny series ran until 1958, making the 1952D issue part of its twilight years. The D Mint mark, stamped below the date, tells us this coin was born at the Denver Mint, a facility known for its high production volumes but also, occasionally, for striking errors and varieties that make collectors' hearts race. 1952 was a year of transition. Eisenhower was elected president, the first hydrogen bomb was tested, and television sets began humming in living rooms across America. Amid this cultural shift, the Denver Mint produced over 700 million wheat pennies. That number sounds astronomical, but survival rates for coins in pristine condition are shockingly low. Most were lost to circulation, melted in scrap drives, or damaged beyond recognition. Today, finding a 1952D penny in uncirculated condition is like discovering a needle in a copper haystack, and if that needle has specific quirks or errors, it could be worth a small fortune. So, what makes a 1952D wheat penny worth up to $1,900? Let's break it down. The key factors are condition, rarity, and errors. First, condition is everything. Pennies are workhorses of currency, tossed into registers, parking meters, and soda machines. Over time, their surfaces wear down, their luster fades, and their details soften. A circulated 1952D wheat penny might be worth 10 to 25 cents, but an uncirculated example with its original mint red color intact can command $10 to $50. The real magic happens at the highest tiers of preservation. Coins graded MS67 red, near perfect, with vibrant color and no visible marks, can sell for $1,000 to $1,900, depending on the certification service and market demand. In 2020, a 1952D graded MS67 Plus red by PCGS sold for over $2,000 at auction, proof that top-tier examples are blue-chip investments. But condition alone doesn't tell the whole story. Enter errors and varieties. The 1952D is known for a handful of rare deviations that amplify its value. The most famous is the 1952D double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the die used to stamp the coin's design is misaligned during the hubbing process, creating a subtle doubling effect on Lincoln's portrait, the date, or the lettering. On the 1952D, doubling is most noticeable in the motto "In God We Trust" and the date. Unlike later doubled dies, which can be dramatic, the 1952D DDO is understated, a ghostly shadow that requires a keen eye and a good magnifier to spot. Why is this error so valuable? Only a few examples are confirmed to exist, and their scarcity drives demand. A 1952D DDO in MS63 red might fetch $500 to $800, while a top-grade MS65 red could soar to $1,500 $1,900. For context, in 2019, a collector paid $1,880 for a PCGS-graded MS65 red DDO, a record that still stands. Other errors to watch for include repunched mint marks, where the D is stamped multiple times, creating a blurred or layered effect, and off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, leaving blank spaces on the coin. While these aren't as lucrative as the DDO, they can still add $20 to $200 to the coin's value, depending on severity. Now, let's talk about the hunt. How do you identify a high-value 1952D wheat penny in the wild? Here's your step-by-step guide. 1. Flip the coin to the obverse, Lincoln's head. The date 1952 should be clear, with a small d below it. No mint mark? You've got a Philadelphia issue, which is less valuable. 2. Wheat pennies are categorized by their color. Red, RD. Full original copper red luster, uncirculated. Red-brown, RB. Mix of red and brown tones, light circulation. Brown, BN. Fully oxidized, no red remaining. Red coins are the holy grail. Use a soft light to examine the surface. Red coins will glow like embers, while brown ones look dull. 3. Magnify the obverse. Focus on the date, "In God We Trust," and Lincoln's profile. True double dies show raised, rounded doubling that matches the original design. Machine doubling, A flat, shelf-like effect caused by die bounce doesn't count. 4. High-grade coins have sharp details. Check Lincoln's cheekbone, wheat stalks, and the edges of the lettering. Weak strikes, common in 1952D, reduce value. 5. If you suspect you found a gem, submit it to PCGS or NGC. Grading costs $30–50 but adds credibility and marketability. A slabbed coin sells faster and for more. Beyond the technical details, the 1952D wheat penny is a cultural artifact. Imagine the hands this coin has passed through. A soda jerk in a 1950s diner, a kid buying a Superman comic, a factory worker saving for a Chevrolet Bel Air. Each scratch and toning pattern tells a story of mid-century America, a time of optimism, innovation, and Cold War tension. For collectors, owning a 1952D isn't just about profit, it's about preserving a tangible piece of history. And then there's the Denver Mint's role. In 1952, the Mint was operating at full tilt to meet post-war demand. Quality control wasn't always perfect, leading to the errors we covet today. The Mint's high production volume also means that while 1952D pennies are common in lower grades, true uncirculated examples are rare. Think of it like a vintage car. Millions were made, but only a handful survive in showroom condition. How to maximize your chances of finding a $1,900 penny. 1. Original 1952D Mint sets, if you can find them, guarantee uncirculated coins. Be wary of unsearched rolls sold online, many are picked over. 2. Build relationships with reputable coin dealers. They often get first dibs on estate sales and old collections. 3. Set up notifications on heritage auctions, eBay, and great collections for 1952D listings. Watch for keywords like red, DDO, and MS67. 4. Price guides like the Red Book and PCGS CoinFacts are invaluable. Track recent sales to understand fluctuations. 5. Rare coins don't pop up every day. It might take years to find the right 1952D, but the thrill is in the chase. Wheat pennies are the gateway drug of coin collecting. They're affordable, abundant, with over 35 billion minted, and steeped in nostalgia. For many collectors, the series is a journey through time, a way to connect with grandparents who saved coffee cans full of pennies or to own a piece of the good old days. The 1952D, with its blend of scarcity and historical weight, is a cornerstone of any serious wheat penny collection. But it's also a reminder of how fragile history can be. Most 1952D pennies were melted during the 1970s copper boom or lost to landfills. The survivors are ambassadors of a bygone era, and preserving them is an act of love for history, art, and the stories we pass down. So, there you have it. The 1952D Lincoln Wheat Penny. A coin that's equal parts history, mystery, and potential windfall. Whether you're sifting through a jar of inherited coins, bidding in a high-stakes auction, or simply checking your change at the grocery store, remember, every penny has a story. And sometimes, that story is worth 190,000 times its face value. The 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny emerges from an era marked by gradual recovery and resilience in the wake of the Great Depression. While the worst of the economic collapse had subsided by the mid-1930s, the United States was still grappling with widespread unemployment, Dust Bowl devastation, and a slow climb towards stability. Against this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued its production of the Lincoln Wheat Series, a design that had become a familiar symbol of everyday American life since its 1909 debut. The 1935 issue, struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, is often overshadowed by earlier key dates like the 1909 SVDB or the 1914D, yet it holds its own niche in numismatic circles. High-grade examples, particularly those from the Denver Mint, have surged in value, with pristine specimens fetching upwards of $2,200, a testament to the enduring allure of condition, rarity, and historical significance. Mintage figures for the 1935 wheat penny vary significantly across the three facilities, reflecting the economic realities of the time. The Philadelphia Mint led production with 245,388,000 coins, a staggering number that belies the survival rate of uncirculated examples. The Denver Mint produced 47 million pennies, while San Francisco struck 38,702,000. Despite these substantial totals, the survival of coins in pristine condition is exceptionally low. Widespread circulation, combined with the scrap metal drives of World War II, which prioritized copper for ammunition and machinery, ensured that most 1935 pennies were either spent into oblivion or melted for the war effort. Today, locating a 1935 wheat penny in original mint state condition, free from cleaning, corrosion, or heavy wear, is a feat that rewards patience and persistence. The value of a 1935 wheat penny hinges on three critical factors: mint mark, condition, and the presence of errors or varieties. Philadelphia issues, no mint mark, are the most common, yet even these can command four-figure sums in gem mint state. A 1935 Philadelphia SAT graded MS67 read by PCGS or NGC might sell for $1,500 to $2,200, depending on eye appeal and market timing. The Denver Mint's 1935D issue, with its lower mintage, carries a premium in all grades. Circulated examples in fine 12 condition trade for $1 to $3, while uncirculated MS65 red specimens range from $200 to $400. The true prize, however, is the 1935D in MS67 red, a rarity that has realized $2,200 or more at auction. San Francisco's 1935S is the scarcest in high grades due to aggressive circulation in the West Coast's booming economy of the late 1930s. An MS65 red 1935S can fetch $500 to $800, with finer examples pushing into four figures. Condition grading is paramount. The Sheldon Scale's 70-point system separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Coins graded MS60 to MS63 may exhibit bag marks, light scratches, or diminished luster, while those in MS64 and above approach perfection. Original red luster, referred to as RD by grading services, is the holy grail. Over time, copper oxidizes, turning brown, designated BN, but pennies preserved in rolls or mint-sealed bags retain their fiery crimson hue. To assess color, collectors examine the fields, flat areas, under diffuse lighting. A true red coin will display uniform cartwheel luster, a shimmering effect caused by light reflecting off the minute ridges of the metal's surface. Brown coins, even in high grades, trade at a fraction of their red counterparts' value. Errors and varieties add layers of complexity and value. The 1935D is celebrated among specialists for its double die obverse, DDO, varieties, particularly the FS101, DDO1 designation. This error manifests as subtle doubling in the date, the letters of Liberty, and Lincoln's profile. For instance, the numeral 3 in 1935 may show a secondary, slightly offset image, while Lincoln's jawline might appear thickened. These anomalies result from misaligned dies during the hubbing process, a flaw that eluded mint inspectors. While not as dramatic as the famed 1955 double die, the 1935D DDO commands a 50% to 100% premium over standard issues in similar grades. Another sought-after variety is the 1935S repunched mint mark, RPM, where the S was struck multiple times, creating a blurred or overlapping appearance. Such varieties require magnification to authenticate but are catnip for specialist building condition rarity sets. The 1935 wheat penny's historical context enriches its narrative. This coin circulated during Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal era, a time of massive public works projects and financial reforms. It might have jingled in the pockets of workers building the Hoover Dam, bought a loaf of bread for a family in the Dust Bowl, or been saved in a child's piggy bank as the nation inched toward recovery. The Denver Mint, where the key 1935D issue was struck, operated under the strain of increased demand for coinage, leading to the occasional error that collectors prize today. San Francisco's output, though smaller, served a West Coast economy revitalized by agriculture and emerging industries. Authentication challenges abound. Counterfeiters have been known to alter mint marks on common Philadelphia issues to mimic the scarcer Denver or San Francisco coins. A telltale sign of tampering is inconsistency in the metal's patina around the mint mark or tooling marks visible under magnification. Professional grading services employ advanced techniques like X-ray fluorescence, XRF, to verify metal composition, ensuring that a coin's copper alloy matches the 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc standard of the era. Collectors should also beware of doctored coins, specimens dipped in chemicals to simulate red luster or artificially toned to hide imperfections. Market dynamics for the 1935 wheat penny reflect broader trends in numismatics. Baby boomers, downsizing collections or liquidating assets, often bring high-grade examples to market, while millennial and Gen Z collectors, armed with digital tools and social media networks, drive demand for registry sets, curated collections competing for top rankings. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have reported steady appreciation for gem red coins, particularly those with CAC approval, Certified Acceptance Corporation, which certifies quality beyond the base grade. The 1935D's ascent to $2,200 mirrors the trajectory of other semi-key dates, where population reports, the number of coins graded at each level, create supply constraints. As of 2023, PCGS has graded fewer than 15 examples of the 1935D in MS67 red, a scarcity that fuels competitive bidding. Collecting strategies for the 1935 wheat penny vary. Some enthusiasts pursue a typeset, acquiring one high-grade example from each mint. Others focus on error varieties or build date and mint mark runs of the entire wheat series. Budget-conscious collectors might target circulated 1935S pennies in VF20 to XF40 grades, which offer historical tangibility at $10 to $30. Deep-pocketed investors, meanwhile, vie for condition census pieces, the finest known examples, often paying premiums for provenance, such as coins from the famed Eliasberg or Simpson collections. Preservation techniques are critical. Copper is notoriously reactive, prone to verdigris, green corrosion, and PVC damage from improper storage. Collectors store high-grade wheat pennies in inert mylar flips or archival quality holders, avoiding PVC-laden plastic. Humidity-controlled environments prevent toning from becoming corrosive, though some enthusiasts prize naturally toned coins with rainbow hues, provided the surfaces remain unblemished. In its gleaming surfaces, one can trace the arcade of 20th-century America, from the depths of the Depression to the digital age of numismatics, where a once humble cent now commands the attention of historians, investors, and dreamers alike.